Hi, this is Anna and welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to review a book which I have been kindly provided by the NetGalley for the such review. The book is called Holy Rus, The Rebirth of Orthodoxy in New Russia by John P. Burgess, and it's going to come out on the 21st of February this year by the Yale University Press. It had taken me a week to read this book. I first became interested in this because it has pretty big claim. It says it explained to you the resurgence of the Russian Orthodox religion post-communism and try to explain the role of the Orthodox Church in the Russian culture, which obviously is a hugely interesting topic to me, partly because I'm Russian and partly because I like Russian literature. In the end, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars because I feel that despite a pretty extensive academic writing, it does fail to answer its main premise. So the book is divided into 7 chapters, 7 distinctive chapters. There is very little overlap between them, thank God, but even despite that, I find a lot of writing to be quite bloated. I would personally like to shrink the book down a little bit. It's 272 pages as a hardback. I read it electronically, but I would probably shorten it by at least 50 pages, if not up to 100. The author is a Protestant theologian. He is not a historian, and he has done a really intense research for this. I do like this aspect of the book. He has traveled to Russia several times in his lifetime. He had fully engaged with the Russian Orthodoxy while in Russia, so he brought his whole family along. They had followed the Russian old calendar. They have done all the Lents. They went to all the church services. They went to summer school with his children and to the weekend church school. They have traveled to remote monasteries. They have seen how people venerate the old and the new Russian Martins. He has also engaged with the baptism. On the 19th of January is a Russian Orthodox baptism, and he actually, I don't know if he has realized it, but he's actually been Christian as a Russian Orthodox as a result of it now. The cover of the book actually shows you the author of the book engaging in the ceremony of the baptism. He is dressed in Russian Orthodox clerical clothes on that cover, and he's holding the portrait of Jesus Christ. And he has dipped himself into the freezing waters of the river on the 19th of January, where the temperature was close to 0 Fahrenheit on that day. He dipped himself once. He said it was enough because he could see the water becoming crystals on his skin, and after that the monks said that, well, now you're true Orthodox. I don't think he realized that he actually is, because if you do dip yourself into the water on that day, you basically become baptized into the church. The book is really honest. This is what I really liked about it. It is not unflinching. It is not just showing you one side. It does talk about the current Russian church as the official religion, and also shows you more liberal side and the more Orthodox side, where the people are very old-fashioned. They prefer the Russia before the revolution. It does talk about the engagement of the church with the Soviet Union and how it led to the division within the church and how it tried to unite itself in 2007. Well, obviously, following the new change in Russian political regime. But because the author is not a historian, I think that what really brings the book down a little bit, in my opinion, because I would like to see more of the historical perspective. Yes, he does mention how Russia was Christian. It does talk you through what Peter the Great has changed in the way we look at the way the church is organized, I would say. It does tell you quite a lot about the current Russian situation, how people perceive themselves to be part of the church, but yet they're not really fully engaging with it. It does talk about all the superficial church-going style, how people go in and they put the candle on. They go in several times a year on these big things, but they never even think about going during the normal part of the day, of the year. So it is a really honest book in that respect, but I was looking for an answer. I wanted to see how does the author define Holy Rus, and I couldn't see it. Personally, it's a 4 stars out of 5. I would recommend the book to everyone who is interested in Russian religion and the impact of religion on Russian society, particularly if you're interested pre-revolution Russia. So if you like reading, you would like to start reading Russian authors, so Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, obviously, then you have to learn a little bit more about Russian Orthodox Church because it has such a huge influence. I wanted to see some deeper answers, and it was not in that book. But if you're interested in the way the church is perceived by the majority of the people, then you'll get your answers in this book. So yes, I will recommend it, but you have to be interested in the topic if you pick it up. Thank you guys. Bye.